got a book coming out, and it's about inspiration.
Who actually inspires you?
Well, I'm writing about people that have really sort of influenced me right throughout my life. And I talk about Nelson Mandela, who's a personal hero of mine, and I try to trace his story and what made him the courageous man that he was. And what I found was that it was the strength of his belief and his willpower that made him courageous. You know, we think of people who are courageous as people with daring and bravado and they take risks and everything else. But actually, Nelson Mandela felt so strongly about what had to happen to free Africa, South Africa, that he was prepared to risk his life. And you know, he went into that courtroom thinking that he was going to be sentenced to death, prepared to speak out against apartheid, never to appeal against the sentence because he thought that he had to stand up for what he believed was right. And then, of course, he had all these years in prison. And then the day before they left prison, he told his fellow prisoners, if we leave and try to take vengeance, there could be a bloodbath here. We've got to be for reconciliation. And so not only did he bring an end to apartheid by his and his colleagues' actions, but at the same time, he rebuilt South Africa as a multiracial society by refusing to be bitter. And you know, when we get angry at things that go wrong and we get really sort of fed up that we've been treated badly sometimes, I often think of Nelson Mandela and how he, with all the cause in the world, to be angry, bitter, to feel that he had been hard done by, you know, years in prison. Some of his family had died while he was in prison. He'd never allowed to either know or go to the funerals. And of course, he suffered badly in his health in prison, and yet he came out with no recrimination, with no bitterness, and even the prosecutor who tried to get him the death sentence, he forgave him. And that was the mark of someone whose courage was that he believed in something so passionately that when he could have taken the easy option, he always took the difficult one.